Oh, yeah. Oh, my. You know what time it is. Ugh. It's like lighter grunting on the Podcaster's Lounge as compared to my show. And I got to remember to keep looking at the camera. I'm looking at the screen down here. And does it look like I'm looking down? Anyway, welcome to the Podcaster's Lounge. My name is Chris Curran, and we are here hanging out for a couple hours on a Wednesday evening, and just to have some fun. This is the lounge. So here's the thing. I run podcast engineering school, and I'm talking about audio production all day, every day, and I love it. But in the Podcaster's Lounge, it's just us. It's just hanging out. So, you know what I mean? Like, wait, hold on. What's going on here? I'm adjusting my size. Oh, Ralph M. Rivera's here on Twitch. So, and Bandrew's here already. Dude, can you hear me and everything? Can you hear,
There's no activity, no giggle, no nothing.
Y'all hear Barry? Oh, and it says, this is crazy. Anyway, so this is my first stream back in 5 months? Ralph, you want to come on with me? See, Ralph he's pushing my buttons already. Ralph M. Rivera from Podcaster's Toolbox. Brandon Gonzales is here. What's up, brother? Yes, welcome back to the lounge. So I haven't done this in 5 months, so that's why as I just started, I just went live 1 minute and 59 seconds ago, and I'm just making sure I got everything down. But you guys know the lounge. It's like we're just hanging out, and I want to hear from you. So I sort of prepared a couple things to talk about, but really it's about us hanging out. So if you have questions or if you want to chat, and I wish, so Ralph, I think I have to open Skype, and then I have to configure a few things, and then I don't know if I can bring you in while the stream is going using Ecamm Live. And of course, Bandrew is here, and that's one of the topics. Ralph likes to start trouble. He's saying, I hope Bandrew does a review of the Rode PodMic. Yeah. That was, by the way, Bandrew, that was one of the best tweets I've seen in a long time. Bandrew did a tweet. He's like, all right, everybody, here's my review of the Rode PodMic, and now stop bothering me. Please. It was a classic. Oh, sounds good. Oh. So you guys, yeah. So, I forgot my my music here. Ready? Wait, where is it? Oh, yeah. All right, I just started the background music. Let me know if it's a good volume or not. So, yeah, this is the chill station using this little app called Pretzel. And it's supposed to be music that is safe for YouTube and everything and all that. And I think I'm live in the Facebook group too. Looks like I am. And I think Facebook comments will come up here on this. You guys can see the... you can't see the comments yet. Here, check this out. Oh, yeah, baby. Ralph M. Rivera. See, there's the, this is the little pretzel. And, of course, I have just Audio Hijack open. I don't know why. I just have it up there. So, have a lot to cover. So, here's the thing. Don't expect... We're just chilling and hanging out. So, this isn't one of these streams where I'm going to just be pounding you with knowledge and tutorials and all this stuff. It ain't like that. We're just hanging. I just want to be clear about that because, I'm a little, there's a few people on my daily little blog post. There's a few people who commented to me and were like, "Oh, these posts are nothing. Why don't you you're not saying anything. Why don't you teach us something?" And I had to explain to them, had to explain to the guy, like, look, these are just little tiny daily blog posts. It's called the Daily Goodie. So it's just a small little tidbit. I don't know. People expect a lot. Bandrew, I know you know a lot about that. People just expect a ton and hold, just, it's almost like they hold they hold streamers and content creators to a standard, a very high standard, and of expecting free stuff. See, Ralph M. Rivera, he's got to tune in both places, YouTube and Twitch. And so, where's my phone? I wanted to have my phone with me because remember there was a stream last year where my mic was muted for like the first minute and a half, and everyone was trying to text me and message me and saying, "Hey Chris, your mic's not on," and but and I didn't know it, and then I figured it out. I get scared with this pretzel too. You see how the song just changed, and I don't know. I don't know if all these songs are like Ralph's on YouTube. So Ralph, when are you what? Anyway, Ralph is working on Podcaster's Toolbox, and see that sounds loud to me, right? Is that a little loud, guys? All right, turned it down. You see that I have to have the volume on 3. Anyway, Ralph, yes, you should be on YouTube, and people love to demand stuff. But plenty of times they have good criticism, and I learn from listening to them. Yes, that is very true. Good attitude, Bandrew Scott, executive producer of Geeks Rising. Isn't that what that low voice guy does at the end of your show? By the way, is that you at the end of your show? Just pitch down? It's like, wait, what do you say? Bandrew said, no, at the Ask Bandrew podcast is brought to you by executive producer Bandrew Scott. And I don't know. All right, so let's do this then. So what do I have here? I want to show you this. Oh, see, I got to adjust this. See, I didn't do my this adjustment. All right, just adjusting my screen here. Oh, that's it. Wait. Wow. This Ecamm Live, man, is pretty cool stuff, right? How many of you use Ecamm Live? Bandrew, you would never make your own outro? Really? Well, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. You know why? Because I just got the, what plugin is that? It's the, and you guys can see my screen, right? It's the, yeah, see, you hear, so this song, you hear how this song is like a little loud. I had to turn it down, but then the next song will be like lower. That's one thing I didn't like about this pretzel thing. All right, so here, what, it was one of my new plugins. Oh, yes. Wait, where is it? It's called Altar Boy. I bet Ralph Rivera has that plug-in already. Oh, now. You want to see Soothe? All right. See, that song ended, and now... All right, Soothe is a really awesome plug-in. And do I have it up here already? No. So Soothe is a plugin which is... I forget how much it costs. It's like... Might be like $175 or $150. Or no, 150 euros maybe. Actually, I got it this new one called Spiff and Golfos. I got a bunch of new plugins. I'm gonna, show you. I'm gonna. Well, I'm going to start making videos. Not just live stream like this, but I'm going to start making
Are you ready?
like weekly videos. And, you know, little, again, like my daily blog posts, like little short videos just talking about something. So I'll do one plugin. I mean, I'll do one video on each plugin. So I'm watching Facebook because if people comment on Facebook, it should show up here on the screen. But you guys are all on YouTube, which is cool. So this is Soothe. It's a, well, one of the things it's really great for is de-essing. So, you know, the controls and all this stuff. And what I can do is play my voice. Wait, hold on. Oh, here's a good chunk of me talking. And all this. And I have to say, this reminds me a little bit of a conversation I had with Steve Stewart, because Steve Stewart is going through... All right, so you see how it's ducking these frequencies? So what happens if there's sibilance, and this is the generic setting, and you can change, you know, the setting, the bandwidth, and all that, and sensitivity, and lots of different things. Oh, Bandrew. See, my intuition was right. Or maybe did you ever mention that before, that you did your own outro but pitched it down? I wonder if it was my intuition or if I heard you say it. But so yeah, Soothe. So it's kind of like a de-esser, and you can see when I hit play here, and it's going to be my voice talking. You'll see it like it's doing some gain reduction on some harsh sibilant frequencies. And you can dial in how much using this big knob, and there's other settings as well. Again, we're not going to do a whole tutorial right now. But going through podcast engineering school, and he actually asked this question because we were talking about audio. So the cool thing about it is, that this is like, it monitors the audio, and then it decreases the harsh frequencies. And if the harsh frequencies move, that's why this thing dances around and moves. So I might have some sibilance. Like a lot of times when you go shh, like the shh sound, that's like a little bit lower frequency sibilance. But if you do like that's like a higher frequency sibilance. So this sort of just monitors it, and wherever there's too much sibilance, it'll duck it. Going through podcast, not duck it, it'll reduce it. Intelligently, going through podcast engineering school, and which is cool. So the question is, Bandrew from Podcastage asks, and by the way, Bandrew, you're already up here, buddy. Yep, you're on the list, buddy. The new video, the Rode Pod Mic review. Have you guys seen this yet? Anyway, there's Bandrew. All right, great. Okay, so Bandrew's question is do I prefer Soothe over the Pro DS? So this is the Pro DS. This is FabFilter. This is a de-esser. As far as de-essers go, this is expensive. I think this one's like $150 or something. But a lot of times with FabFilter, if you buy like 2 or 3 plugins together, you actually get a nice discount. So the Pro DS is great. This is the best straight up de-esser that I've ever used. And I love it. So, but it's different. And so what I normally do is I'll actually use both gently. So what I was showing you before on Soothe, you see how when it carves out those frequencies, when it attenuates those frequencies, it's going down to like -6 or -9. Going through podcast engineering school, and he actually asked this, so that's a lot, and I could dial it back just like this. Going through podcast engineering school, and he actually, so what I would do is I'd do something like this, maybe -20 or 18 here. So give me a little de-essing here, And then I would also use the de-esser here, going through podcast engineering school. And he actually asked this question because we were talking. So what's cool is you can dial in the frequencies right here. You can move these so it just de-esses the range. And you could see that you could see where the sibilance happens. And then this is how much you dial it back. So you can see I'm only doing 1.45 dB of de-essing with the Pro DS here. And yes, 1.45, because 1.4 wasn't enough and 1.5 was too much. Actually, sometimes when I'm mixing an episode, like I will, for instance, if, you know, like on my fader here, oh, I'm at 0 and my guest is at, all right, my guest is at minus 2.10. You see that? And sometimes I will go to like minus 2.15. If I think it just has to come down a slight bit, I will bring it down. And it might seem stupid, but it's actually not. Because the way my gain staging happens, and Ralph, drink, I'm sending all the voices that they're being mastered at the same time. So basically, what you feed into the mastering compressor affect, like, how do I say it? The little differences of the volume that you feed a voice into a mastering compressor, it's not just that 0.05 that makes a difference. It's how it hits the compressor and everything else, and compared to the other voices and all that. So it's, you know what I mean? A lot of things in the way I mix, a lot of things are intertwined. Like if you, one thing I often, and again, I'm going off on technical stuff here, but I guess that's what you guys kind of asked for. So a lot of times what I'll do is if you mess with a de-esser, like if you do more de-essing or less de-essing, sometimes then you got to go back to your compressor, which here I'm using the Schoeps Omni, and sometimes you adjust the attack time. So it's like you kind of got to dance a little between the attack time of the compressor and the de-esser. And those are just two little things that are sort of linked. And like if you adjust one, it affects the other and everything. So, Ralph, are you in a cabin in Tennessee right now? That's what I wanted to know. I know where Bandrew is, and I love the Bandrew, your tweet that was like, name 5 jobs you had in the past, and you're like, none of your damn business. So, all right, let me move on to what was I going to talk about? Well, first, there's this game. And so, do you guys have, like, has there been anything in the podcasting news world that has caught your attention recently? Anything that sort of shocked you or affected you? That's what I want to know. As I thumbs down that song. That's like one of those. It's like, what kind of music is that? Like, you know what I mean? That's not like dance music. Like, what is that? I don't know what that is. Anyway. Yeah, Luminary's the big talk of the town, of course. Well, that's a podcasting app. Have any of you actually downloaded the app and installed it and started to use it? Like, I didn't do that, and I don't want to. Like, I tried the, where's my phone, though? Hold on a second. Oh, here it is. No, I downloaded, and I just was trying out the, which app was it? Himalaya. I was trying the Himalaya app just because, because I met some of the Himalaya guys and I wanted to try it. So I downloaded it and, subscribed to, a couple of my own shows and a couple shows. But, that's it. And actually, with, with Himalaya, I actually started a show through the Himalaya app. And I don't think it's in Apple Podcasts or anywhere. Like, I just started I'm like, in the app, I saw like, oh, you could start a show. Like, oh, really? I could start a show? So I'm like, all right. And they're like, what's the name of the show? And I actually put the name as Head Trash Removal, because I always wanted to do a seminar about how to remove your head trash. And a lot of people understand in life that, like, if you got rid of your own head trash, like if you get out of your own way, like, you would succeed way faster and to a much higher degree. So anyway, I started a show called Head Trash Removal, and I recorded like 1 or 2 episodes, and I just, talked into the phone and, like 2 or 3 minutes. But anyway, so I thought, and I don't know where it went. I mean, I guess it's there. I guess if you go on Himalaya, you'll find it, but I don't think it's in any other podcast directory. So, Luminary. You got the Luminary app on your phone, and you hate that the show notes have no clickable links. Yeah, that's weird, man. I'm telling you, just for a change of scenery, I'm going to put that on the screen. The way that RSS feeds work, and the fact that Apple has basically a monopoly on the RSS, is the primary directory of podcasts, which most other podcast apps and directories pull from. I don't know. There's a much, much better way, and I've had ideas about what could be a better way, but, it's like a lot of people are starting new things. That's actually one thing in the podcasting space I've noticed lately is, like, a lot of new hosting companies and apps, and, like, there's a lot going on, man. A lot of companies are raising some serious money and trying to do something in the podcasting space, which is actually great. But yeah, like, having clickable links and show notes, it's like, what's the big deal? And so most of the other apps allow that. Apple does. Apple allows clickable links in their podcast app. So here's the thing. Luminary said, oh, we're not putting the links in there because it's a security thing and whatever. Like, what do you mean security thing? What's so harmful about clicking a link? Apple doesn't mind. Right? It doesn't make sense. They're trying to pull some funny business, and everyone knows that, and that's why it's a big deal. That's why all these shows are pulling out of that app, which I'm not, because I don't care. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter. I don't have sponsors. I'm not trying to, impress anyone or make sure any sponsor gets paid or anything like that. I don't have to do any of that, because I'm a small guy. Bandrew also says, something that shocked and affected me is someone told me to start a podcast about audio, so I'm trying to think of how to do it without stepping on toes like yours. Yeah, well, Bandrew, you don't worry about stepping on toes. Well, and you know this, like, whatever you do, you're going to do it your own way. So you just do it. Like, it's yeah. So first of all, in the case of me, like, I don't mind if you do the same exact show I do. I don't mind. Like, it doesn't really matter. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm sort of building my school and building this community, and so are you. So we're each building our own thing, and it's fine. If there's cross promotion, who cares? So don't worry about stepping on toes. I mean, obviously you don't want to, like, copy someone. But, think about it. Do what you feel. I mean, a lot of, sometimes, I don't know if you guys have experienced this. Sometimes listeners sounds like the music is a little too loud, huh? Sometimes listeners or viewers will, like, they'll request something, but then, like, it might be like 1 or 2 people say, oh, you should do a show about audio. But, like, probably if you did one about audio, then they might not even listen to it. Like, because it's just a thought in their head. It's like, oh, you should do that. And now some of those people would listen, But some of those people are just sort of asking for something because it's not there. If you get what I mean. So you gotta, and you know as well, Bandrew, we have to be really careful about like what we start. Because look at me, look at this Podcasters Lounge. I started it in the fall, and I did 11 weeks in a row, and well, then the new year happened, and I actually had new goals and a new regimen for the first 3 months of the year, which was awesome. It was really awesome. I guess I could tell you about that sometime, but now I'm back for various reasons because I love live streaming and everything, so. Yeah, Ralph. So Ralph, of course, I have podcast engineering school, so Ralph started a fictitious podcast engineering academy. That's right. Yeah, there you go, Bandrew. I mean, yeah, dude, like, look, if you have an idea in your head and it makes sense to you and you can fit it into your production schedule and all that, then go for it. Why not? Don't worry about stepping on anybody. You can even, you could even go through my show, all the guests I've had, and contact them and have them as guests. It doesn't matter, right? So what? It doesn't matter. Do whatever you want to do. You just can't have this.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's it. You just can't have that. That's the one that's the one thing you cannot have. All right, Mr. Bandrew. Wait, Ileane is commenting on Facebook, but it's not showing up it's not showing up in the Restream chat, which is what always happened last time. So, hello, Ileane. Ileane Smith. Ileane does a lot. Ileane, what do you do? Put it in the chat. Like, what are you the host of? What kind of stuff do you post? Oh, wait, now Ileane is on YouTube. Oh, all right, cool. So, all right, see, I got my Facebook is over here. Yeah, Restream is lame. Thank you. But here's the thing, Ileane. I have a question for you then. Restream is lame. But here's the thing, if I don't use Restream, then I have to pick a platform, right? I have to pick YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, basically. And I know YouTube is probably the best, the most popular platform, for instance. But Facebook, the Facebook group, I'm kind of growing a group here with the lounge. So the Facebook group is kind of the lounge area, and the stream should go in there. So what is a man supposed to do? Yeah, Miss Ileane Speaks. That's your podcast. Cool. And see, you hear this music? This is... Does anyone know, maybe Ileane or Bandrew, I just want some decent background music. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be special. It just has to be like a little groove maybe, or... something chill. I don't know. I mean, I invited Ralph M. Rivera to come on here and sing, but he turned me down. Barry, of course, see Barry's over there. He's sitting right over there. Barry, when I asked Ralph to, come on the stream and sing, do you remember what he said? Yeah, tell me what he said.
No way. You crazy?
That's exactly what he said. Rejected again. Make my own music. Oh, yeah. I thought about that because I have a keyboard right over there. You could probably almost see it. Yeah, it's covered in black, but it's right over there. This is my studio is a little bit of a mess, but yeah, I guess I could make my own, but I'm not like a. I have a keyboard, but I don't play keyboard, so I just kind of mess around. So, Bryan Entzminger, what's up, man? He's on Facebook. Hey, Brian. Jazz organ is the best background music. Is that a service or is that an instrument? Brian. Yeah, restream sucks. Oh, God. Ileane, what's your comment on Facebook? If you don't mind... Oh, Ileane says, if you don't mind us doing the same show as you, then can you please send me some Barry clips? Yeah! Nice try. Barry, you only love me, right, Barry?
Oh, forget it.
I know. Barry only loves me. Jen Crawford's here? Wow. Hi, Jennifer. I don't see you. But anyway, you guys have any questions or anything? So I found this new game. It's called Beat Race. But here's the thing. I think it's like... I don't know. I could try to play. I don't know what you do with it, though. I think you create a beat or something. So it's not really... It doesn't have anything to do with podcasting. But they do... Sound Gym does have these other games that I played a few times before. Where's some of their other games? Work... Wait a minute. Let me log in. Start training. Start my ear training. Should I do some ear training, you guys? Oh, Jen isn't on the stream. She mentioned that she wanted to talk to you on a call yesterday. Okay. Well, she should be on the stream. So should everybody. I wish I had 19 hands and 8 computers because I'd actually tweet that I was going live and all that stuff, which of course, I didn't do anything. Bryan Entzminger's here. I mean, I know I already said that, Brian, but hello, Brian. Graduate of Podcast Engineering School. Bryan Entzminger. He does editing and all that kind of stuff for podcasts. Should I start doing this? Just started a premiere on Facebook, Ileane? What does that mean, premiere? All right, let me see if I could start my training. What do you guys think? DB King. Oh, this one. Remember this one? This is select the right amplitude change in dB. So they'll play you a couple sounds at different loudness levels, basically, and you have to basically choose how far apart are they in dB. So how loud is one versus the other? Should I play this? You guys want me to play this once here? Or do you want me to start covering the things I wanted to talk about, which is... Well, Bandrew's video. If you haven't seen Bandrew's video, please see it. And I love first of all, Bandrew, I love, and it's the Podcastage channel. You could see it down here. Wait, what if I go like this? Yeah, there you go. Podcastage. You know how many subscribers? 103,000. Dude, you just passed 100,000. Now you have 103. Isn't that how it works? Like, as you get bigger, you just grow faster because, like, more people see you. You're going to be up to 250K soon, dude. Anyway, this is a great video about the pod mic. And then you have the Cloud Lifter. You guys know about the Cloud Lifter? I met Roger Cloud at NAB, and he gave me a Cloud Lifter. So I'm going to be trying a Cloud Lifter soon. I haven't had time to do anything since I've been back. It's been what? Has it been at least 2.5 weeks? Maybe not 3.5, right? No, we got back on April. Like, it ended on April 12th, which was my birthday. So it's been, 18 days. Yeah, 2.5 weeks I've been back. And just literally yesterday, I got caught up on all my production. Well, that's not true. I still have production to do, but it's not urgent. All right, you got the Cloud Lifter. You got the Babyface Pro. I'm going to talk more about this thing. I don't know if you guys know about the Babyface Pro. And then, of course, you have Pod News, which I was going to go through and just look at some of the stories. And James Cridland from Pod News is on my show tomorrow. So this is, you kind of all know that my show... Wait, I clicked on Daily Goody. I didn't want to do that. My show is called The Podcast Engineering Show. So here it is. Here's my episode from last week. Carrie, Caulfield, Arick. And tomorrow, which is going to be May 2nd, 2019, James Cridland from Pod News is my guest. It was an epic conversation. It's more than an hour and a half long. So we just kept going. Bryan Entzminger. All right. I just keep looking over at the Facebook. I see Brian's comments, so that's awesome, man. Bandrew used the Babyface Pro for a few months on my test rig and loved it. Had some gnarly robotic screw-ups on occasion, though. Oh, really? Yeah, apparently it's some, like it's a, like the quality of the audio components is like really, really high. And I'm working with these guys to working on something for this, like a giveaway and stuff. And I have one. It's right over there. No, it's right over there. It's on the floor. And I sort of did a little bit of testing with it, but I kind of, I just recorded a microphone through the Babyface, and then the same thing through my my sound device's Mix Pre 6, just to see if the mic preamps were on par with each other. And I don't know, man. First, they were really close, but the Babyface Pro was like, I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to explain, but like, it seemed like and don't take any of this out of context. This is like super critical listening. Like, this is fine detail, like crazy fine detail. But I thought that the Babyface had a little more clarity in the mids and the upper mids. Whereas the Mix Pre 6, it seemed like there was a little more low end and a little more high end. I mean, so slightly that probably no one would ever hear it, except for me listening through my studio monitors. So my point is, the only thing I got from that, because it was only one test, and then the only thing I can say is that this is, the Babyface Pro is a really good quality. That's all I know so far. I'm not saying it's better than a Mix Pre 6 yet, and I probably wouldn't ever say that, but I might. I don't know, right? I want to do a little more testing. But the Mix Pre 6, obviously, and frankly, also records. So it's a different type of, right? So each piece of gear fits a certain use case or certain use cases. And so people who, if you don't want to record, or if you don't need to record locally, then you could get a Babyface Pro. But that's interesting, the gnarly robotic screw-ups. Wait, is this Pink Floyd coming on? Yeah, baby. Yeah, Bryan Entzminger feels lonely on Facebook. I know. I wish, see, this ridiculous Restream service. It's not ridiculous. It's okay. It's supposed to gather all the comments into this one comments, and it even tells me 5 out of 5. See, it says it's connected and initialized. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oops, what am I doing? Oh, now I'm breaking stuff. Uh-oh. How do I get out of that? Oh. Oh my. Oh my is right. Oh wow, my little... Oh, I can leave it up there. Sorry, I'm just moving stuff around on the screen. See, this is kind of nice and chill. This is a little mellow. It could be a little, at times it could be more upbeat. All right, so pod news. You guys get pod news every day? Wait, updates. What is that? Oh, here we go. Yeah, aux bus. This is that aux bus, which actually, you know what? Wait, what the heck? Wait, what's going on here? trying to switch my view. All right. Oh, wait. Now I can do it? Yeah. There we go. All right. See, this is the view I put on when I have to look at something on my computer real quick that I don't want you guys to see. Because that's how I roll. I basically, I'm sharing my whole computer. I'm sharing myself with you. For the most of the time. Oh, that's not where I wanted to look. So, all right. What was your latest episode about? That's what I want to know. You guys have an answer for that? Is Ralph M. Rivera still here? I want his answer. What was your last episode about? All right, I heard a comment. That's good. How do you search in Google Docs? Or do I have to? There's not like a little search bar, or do I have to do the search the menus? Oh yeah. All right, I'm terrible. I'm not finding it. Not my fault. Someone else's fault. See, everything all over the place. It's a what? Where's the Barry clip? Where is it? Are you kidding me? I can't find. It's a mess. Wow. Oh.
It's a mess.
It's terrible. What a terrible stream host. Yeah, Auxbus, the first end-to-end podcast creation platform for brands. For brands? What? So what? Individuals can't use it, right? Or maybe it's expensive enough. Have to be a brand. Successful fundraising, and podcaster John Lee Dumas has joined the company as chief ambassador. All right. Does that mean anything to you guys? You guys like that? Chris is wearing pants. I could prove that if I had to. Oh yeah, NPR. Did you hear this story? NPR, like with a lot of their shows, they changed configuration, and it messed up all the RSS feeds, and it added hundreds of episodes, and it kicked off a large number of downloads of seemingly random shows for many people. Right, I've experienced that before, even with I remember with the podcast gurus like Cliff Ravenscraft and Dave Jackson, and even Daniel J. Lewis. I think at times it's like you'll go to your podcast app and it'll be like, oh, there's 97 new episodes. And of course, I have my app set to it doesn't download automatically, right? I download manually because I don't want it to download automatically. So sometimes when you change your feed or something, right, it'll send an impulse to all the apps to re-download a bunch of stuff or something like that. I guess it happens. I think that means the company's on fire. Did I get that reference right? Oh, Auxbus on fire, baby. Where is it? Auxbus on fire. Yeah. I recently, I heard someone interviewed, like you know how this was a while ago now, but a lot of people, after John Lee Dumas had a lot of success with Entrepreneur on Fire, everyone started naming their show Something on Fire, like Ralph on Fire and Podcastage on Fire and, HR Law on Fire and Google tabs on fire, and iMac Pro pointer on fire, like everything on fire, right? Which always reminded me of Beavis and Butthead, actually. Remember that? Fire. Then they had to they pulled all that stuff, and they had to like remove when Beavis was saying fire, right? Because I guess because little kids were starting to say that, or I don't know why. I forget exactly why. Or was there like a real fire, or some kid started a fire because he saw it on Beavis and Butthead, which is ridiculous. Hey, you guys follow cryptocurrency at all? Crypto. BTC. Oh, we want the full featured chart. Come on, guys. Oh, and I want the nighttime view. How do I switch it to the nighttime view? Nighttime view. What is that? Dark color. Ooh, man, I'm good. Oh, yeah. All right. So what happened? It's March. It's April. What was this? April 2nd. Bitcoin went way up, and now it's been going up, and then it went down. Now it's going up. Yeah, puppies on fire. Yeah, no. Yeah, Bryan Entzminger says that thing happened when to his feed when he had his podcast host change his site to HTTPS, and it changed all the GUIDs. Wow. So you were generating your feed, Bryan, from your site then, right? I'm assuming. Was it through the Blueberry plugin, PowerPress plugin? I wonder. Yeah. So anyway, you guys invest in crypto at all? I just followed it. I did buy some, but I'm just following it. Like I don't do anything really. All right, I'm gonna play DB King. All right, we're gonna play. Ready? Ready to get your DB on? All right, select the right amplitude difference in DB. Wait, why is that not full? Was that always not full screen like that? All right. Weird. All right, are you ready? Click start. Finish stage 12 to unlock the next level. All right, so before gain. Wait, can I pause? So before gain and after gain. So I click back and forth, and I can hear before the gain and after the gain, and then I have to basically choose what they did to it. Did they add 1 dB or did they subtract 1 dB? Which would be in the after gain. So the before gain is the starting volume, and after gain is after whatever they did to it, and I have to pick what they did to it. Sounds like it's going down. What? Oh, out of the gate! I got killed! This should be easier. Wait, I need some more V. Need some more volume in the cans, please. All right. Oh, God. Yeah, all right, I was right. -5. Wow. Oh, yeah, that's not much. Yeah, baby. -18. That is not -18. 18 is a lot. That is significant. That's definitely not -2. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, see, sometimes when it's close, you're guessing. It's like, All right. That's not -21, because -21 is so much. Yeah. All right, what do you guys think about this one? Is it -1 or -2.5? And you guys can hear it, right? And is the music loud enough compared to my voice, or is my voice way too loud? The music's real low, or what are you guys hearing? Yep, Brian says, yep, it was the Power Press feed, and he is a tiny bit of crypto. Doesn't know enough to take a real risk. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, for crypto, I was just like, I just bought a little because it's like, and I'm just going to hang on to it until it just like even for years. I don't care. But someday it's going to go way up, right? So, I mean, that's the idea. All right, no one has a guess. Uh-huh. Got it. Yeah, that's 12.5, right? Yeah. Gotta be 1. Yep. It's a very slight difference. Oh, man. I was right. Kind of guessing. Not really. Yeah, not -11. Oh, Bandrew, I just saw your comment now. 4.5. Was that right? I forget. I think I got it. See, this can't be 17 though. Right? Yeah, that's not 17. Level 2 cleared. What does that mean? What do I get? Oh, that's my score. DB King. All right, what else we got? Peak Master. What is that? Kit Cut. Delay Control. And Pan Man. Wait, I can't. Oh, see, if I'm. I guess because I'm not a member or I'm not signed up, I can't play all the games. What games do we have? EQ Night. Balance Memory, Peak Master, Dr. Compressor. Sorry, I'm scrolling a little herky-jerky. Wow, look at all these games. Maybe I'll play the Beat Race. Where was that link? Here it is. Okay, let's make some beats. Let's do it. Buy ticket. What? Unlock full access? What? No. How do? Drum machine collection. Okay. I have sound coins. Oh, there's other people here. Start training. What does that mean? All right. Wait, rebeater. Wow, this is a different one. Listen to the beat, then recreate it. Oh, that's kind of cool. Listen to the beat, then recreate it. Switch between the original and your beat and make the perfect match. Oh, this is right up my alley. I have to try this now. Give me a beat. All right. Oh. Boom. Level 1 cleared. That's it? Continue training. Can I continue? Your workouts are limited. You have the same game on each workout. Unlock complete workouts. Finish. Can I finish the workout? Oh, all right. How much does this cost? $15 a month or $120 a year. Yeah. Nah. But that was fun. So the cloud lifter, I got to try the cloud lifter, and I'm going to, I got to figure out how I'm going to do that, because I want to A-B it, right? I would love to use this mic, which is my, my main RE20 mic, which I use for everything. I would like to use this for the test because I've been listening to it with my show for, a long time, couple years, right? So, but my mic cable here is in my in the boom arm, and then it goes around over to my channel strip. So I kind of have to unhook things to do the test. So it'll, it's not a big deal, but might take me a little time to do a test. So I want to record my mic just straight, because right now I go to my channel strip. But for the test, I don't want to do that. I want to go straight from my mic into the mix pre-6, just like boom, right into the mic pre. That'll be one test. And then the other test, I'll go from my mic into the cloud lifter, then into the mix pre-6. And then afterwards, I'll sort of level them out. I'll make the levels equal. Probably using RX7, right? Because it's real easy in RX. You just use the loudness module. And you just tell it, put it at minus 23 LUFS, let's say. So I record both of my tests, and then I'll put them both at, let's say, minus 23 LUFS, and then I'll listen back for the differences. It's important to have them at the same volume if you're ever A/B testing something, because if one's louder, like the louder one always sounds better. Always. It's like, oh yeah, that's better. In the studio, it's like you put a compressor on a kick drum and it gets louder. It's like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Right? So anyway, that's why you gotta, when you're A/Bing something, you gotta, make everything the same except the whatever you're testing, put it in the signal chain. What is he? Because James. So James Cridland's episode is tomorrow on my show, on the Podcast Engineering Show tomorrow. James Cridland. So, and if you're watching this afterwards, of course, it already came out. So, yeah, $120 a year for this is wait, where'd it go? There it is. That's a little much. But there are some other games, and so here's what, so I could just show you guys all my new plugins. That's one, well, I mean, again, I wouldn't, like, give a tutorial on each one right now, but I could show you all my new plugins. And then we have previous topics from the past stream, which was on, I think it was in Ralph M. Rivera and Steve Stewart were on my stream last time. I mean, the very last episode. Live right now. Ooh, what if I click play? Then I can, will that be a loop, somehow be like a feedback loop? Anyway, it was Podcasters Lounge number 11 on December 19th, 2018, was with Ralph M. Rivera. See, that's not him. That's only Ralph Rivera. There's no M there, so that's not him. And there's Steve Stewart. So back then, this was what we talked about. Oh, we talked about Soothe. Oh, yeah, which I showed in this stream. Oh, I had gotten my 416. I'll just go to the link. I got my 416 and I tried it and I was using it on my meditation stream. I don't know if you guys knew I was doing that either. Wait, where is it? I'm going to show you. It was called it is called. I haven't done it in a while because it's, takes time and effort. But Meditate with Chris. Meditate with Chris. Yeah, baby. I did 78 of them from January 1st. And I did the last one on March 12th. And I would do some meditation for about a half an hour. And, but actually here you can see, I guess I can click on it and then pause it. Yeah. So that's the ATR 2100. And this is how I figured out. Remember, I wrote a daily goodie about this. Like the ATR 2100 has a little switch on it, on-off switch right there. You can actually barely see it. But when I'm doing my live streams, I'll talk before I do the meditation, I'll say, hey, good morning, how are you, whatever, yada, yada. And then when I start meditating, I'll actually turn off the mic with this switch. And that's when I would hear, like on the stream, you would hear like a click. I can't do it with my mouth really well, but you get the idea, a big click. So then that's when I figured out that if you flip this switch really slowly, it doesn't make a click. It's kind of hard to do though. You got to kind of hold it and just move it really slow. But anyway, so that's that. But if you go back, let's try this one. Yeah, there's the 416. You can't really see it because this is back when. So in the winter, it was dark in the morning when I did it. So everything was dark. But here's the 416. I had it right in front of me, pointing at me. But that 416, this one, it's so sensitive. I mean, yes, it's a shotgun, but man, it's sensitive. Like, so it picked up my HVAC unit in the house like a lot, even though I had it pointed at me, and it was rough. So that's when I decided to go back to just a regular dynamic mic, because the 416 is awesome, but it was picking up way too much. And the Rode Pod mic, wow, they announced it way back then? Huh. And Bandrew, Mr. Podcastage, he did a review of the Rodecaster Pro. Oh, that one broken record episode I was listening to. Do you guys ever listen to the same episode like multiple times, like 5 or 6 or 7 times, like no joke, within a few week period? Have you ever done that? That's my question to you as I get the tunes started again. Which, I don't know how, whatever. Anyway, this episode of Broken Record I listened to, God, so many times. Wait. Which one was it? Oh, yeah, this one down here, Nashville Revolution. Right here, Nashville Revolution. Bobby Braddock, Don Schlitz, and Don Henry. That was a great episode. Listened to that so many times. Those guys are so cool. Blueberry becoming IAB compliant. I just looked up what the IAB is. Do you guys ever know what the IAB is? I mean, because I heard it, and I even met some of the guys years ago. But yeah, it's the Interactive Advertising Bureau. I thought it was like a podcasting, organization, but it's not. There's one podcast episode you've ever re-listened to, Bandrew. If you feel like sharing that, if you feel like sharing that episode, I'd love to know. Or you can give the none of your business, or just be silent, obviously. And Ileane says yes. So anyway, the IAB, Interactive Advertising Bureau. See, it's always about the advertising, right? All this podcasting stats and yada yada, listen times and retention rates and all that, right? It's all about the Benjamins, as Ileane says. That's all it is. And then you got regular podcasters like me, because I think probably you guys who are viewing this are probably in the next tier up or 2 or 3 tiers up from me. I'm just a regular old podcaster. Like, I don't have any sponsors because really I don't want any. Although I might have one soon, but it's a very special one. But yeah. Patreon, ugh. Do ratings and reviews really help? Oh, God. Someone should put up a website where, like, it should be called something like podcasting questions that people ask every day, or something, like this, like the same questions everyone always asks. Always. Every day on Facebook, people are like, where should I host my podcast? Or, whatever. It's like this. There's got to be like 20 questions that people just ask every day. And there should be one place where everyone can get all the answers. But unfortunately, that's not practical. Not that it's not practical. I could make a web page that has all that, but how would I get people to know about it, because I'm nobody. No one knows. Oh, yeah. So you guys ever heard of... By the way, what are you guys drinking? I'm drinking some agua. And for the past many months, I've been doing the intermittent fasting. Guys ever hear of intermittent fasting? I learned about it on the Joe Rogan show. One of his guests, or a couple of his guests actually mentioned it. Bandrew says, yes, episode 1 of Andy Daly's podcast pilot project, starring Dalton Wilcox, the poet laureate of the West. He may secretly also be a vampire hunter, but I can't disclose that. There you go. I'm surprised, Bandrew, that you don't listen to Ralph M. Rivera's show. Should we pressure Ralph? Should we go look at when his last episode was published? And be like, dude. Oh, yeah. Drinking agua. Agua gold. Yeah, we talked about how are you guys actually using LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn seems awesome, but I don't know. There's so many things I don't know what to do. Oh, did I tell you guys that I was and I'll just hang on this page. So the intermittent fasting, I started doing that about 3 months ago. And it's awesome. It's really cool. I lost a bunch of weight real quick. And yeah. So intermittent fasting is great. And Emily Prokop, I literally think in the past year and a half, she lost 100 pounds or 80 pounds. No joke. Just by doing the intermittent fasting. She didn't even really change what she eats at all. Meaning the items that she eats, she didn't really change. Although she said she did stop drinking soda, which is pretty, I think that's, everyone knows that there's so much sugar in soda that it just really helps you gain weight or makes you put on weight. So did the intermittent fasting. Oh, and then this, as part of my regimen this year, I started, for the first few months of this year, I was doing some really cool stuff. And I kind of, after Podfest and NAB, I sort of fell off the wagon. But I'll get back on the wagon soon. But I was doing one rejection attempt every day for my business. So, like, in terms of growing my business or getting more exposure for podcast engineering school, like you see on the screen, I'm like, I'm just gonna ask people to help me or ask them questions or things I want to know. Because I read this book. I don't know if you guys heard of this book. Rejection Proof. How I Beat Fear and Became Invincible Through 100 Days of Rejection. So I read this book a while ago, and so the whole concept of this book is that if you just start seeking rejection, you'll find it. You'll find some rejection, but also some people will say yes. Like if you ask, like, well, I asked a lot of people about marketing because marketing is like one of my weak points, and I just can't figure it out, and I don't know what to do. I mean, I kind of know what to do, but I don't have time and all, the whole thing, right? That we all go through. Same thing we all go through. But for me, marketing is like weird. So I ask people, like, how can I promote my school? Or can you help me promote my school? That's a better question. And so I would approach people on LinkedIn or Twitter or really any, or maybe Facebook. Usually LinkedIn or Twitter. And I actually have to go back because I did this for 2.5 months straight, every day, every weekday. And I kind of realized that, most of what I do everywhere, like mostly people didn't even respond. Like I would search on LinkedIn for like a marketing person or something. And I would, someone who's I'm already connected with, because I'm one of those idiots who I connect with everybody on LinkedIn. I just say yes. If anyone invites me, I just say yes to be their friend or, to be connected. So I have all these connections, who I don't know. I don't know them. I've never talked to them. I don't even know their name. I mean, if I looked at my list, I'm connected to like 21,000 people on LinkedIn, which is stupid, but it's really dumb, but whatever. It is what it is. Who cares? But thing is, so I would look up marketing people who are connections of mine, and I'd send them a note and be like, hey, we haven't talked before, but we're connected. And if you just, I'm struggling with marketing my podcast engineering school. If you have any ideas or anything, let me, if you can help me out with an idea or two of what I could do, please let me know. I'd appreciate it. And pretty much everyone I reached out to, they just don't respond. Probably partially because I'm asking them for something, but partially because I don't know them, even though we're connected, which that's why it's so stupid, right? So on Twitter, also, I started tweeting at some high-profile people. I tweeted at Gary V once or twice, and, a couple celebrities, and then these big companies. But also, one thing that did happen. I actually went through, because I kept track every day of who I asked for rejection. And if I ever heard back from them, I would write it in my log, like, hey, yeah, they responded or whatever. So I think it was like a few weeks ago, I went through that list, and like out of literally 2.5 months, I think there was like basically five successes because of my seeking rejection. And one of them was a publication, which I'm actually going to start writing a monthly column for. It's an audio publication. I probably could announce it, but I'm not going to announce it yet because it's not a done deal. But so I'm going to be writing an audio column for an audio publication. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. I mean, it should be great. It should be fun. You know, it's not thousands of words a month. It's only about 700 words. So I think I can handle that. But it's cool because I'll have like an editor and stuff. So I'll like, you know, write something and submit it. And so because I'm not a writer really. I mean, I don't have much experience writing. So, I mean, even though I wrote a book, but I did have a writing coach for that as well. So it'll be great to work with an editor to help me sort of, you know, make sure I'm writing it well enough and covering the topics well enough and all that. So it should be fun. But yeah, I gotta get back on my one rejection per day. But you know, does it? What? Yeah, no. What kind of? Does anyone know what kind of music that is? If you know. Ileane, no, I didn't do it for 100. Did I? No, I didn't do it for 100 days. Yeah, so I'm gonna get back to it, but so the book obviously says, well, he did 100 days of rejection, right? But for me in my life, I wasn't going for 100 days. I was just going for every weekday. I was just gonna seek one rejection, and the reason, so I just was trying to get in the habit of doing that. Like before I do 100 days, before I get fancy, like I just need to do it every day. That's what I, you know. See, what is this? Wow. So what I'm going to have to do with this pretzel thing, because look, you can go in, choose, you know, choose your, you choose the genre, yada yada, and look in the, where is it? Chill. That's the one I'm listening to. 735 tracks or 46 hours worth of music. You know what I would love to do? Is go through all 735 tracks and either give them the thumbs up or thumbs down, and then have it only play my thumbs up songs, right? But how am I going to go through that many tracks? That would literally take probably 40, well, maybe not all 46 hours, maybe half that. So it'd take me like 20 hours to go through all the songs to give thumbs up and thumbs down, so that, well, the good thing is the next time I got on a stream and I played this channel, it would only play the ones that I gave a thumbs up to. Although I don't know that for certain. But I'm assuming if you give the thumbs down to something that it's not going to play it again, right? I'm assuming that. It's got to be correct. All right. Oh, man. David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me. I got to read that one again. That gave me such a kick in the pants. Like if you ever need motivation, like for me, this book was so motivating because this guy just went through crazy stuff, crazy physical stuff, like being in the Marines, a Green Beret, Delta Force, and running ultra marathons. And so if you need a little motivation in your life, All right, I'll show my plugins. How about that? So, oh wait, it's on this. All right, here's my new plugins. I'm actually going to show you on in Reaper. Yeah, I guess we could use it on my. We'll stay in the same spot. Use it on my voice. All right, so here's the thing. Let me get rid of all these. Okay. And now, just come out of that. Now here we go. All right. I'm going to just add a bunch of my new plugins, which is this one. Oh, that one I'm not using. 550, the Pro Q3. Nope, specialty. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Spiff. Go Foss. Well, Soothe is kind of a new one still. Although, no, I already talked about Soothe. And, oh, yeah, the Ozone 8 Spectral Shaper. Oh, and the Tonal Balance Control. Although those aren't... Uh-oh. Oh, dude. See, Reaper's been doing this to me. It's been crashing because I updated it. And I had a bunch of new plugins. And now there's another update available, which I'm not going to do on here, but... All right. Anyway, I guess I'm not going to be able to do that. So, my new plugins, some saturation plugins I got, which saturation is kind of like when audio goes through analog gear. It actually, oh God, music is killing me. This is killing me. I mean, what is that? How do you even dance to that or anything? All right, saturation is kind of like when the audio signal used to travel through analog gear, it would have to go through capacitors and, you know, all kinds of different electronics. And those electronics would sort of warm up the sound, and actually they would cause a slight amount of distortion, which is kind of what saturation is to some degree. And so lately I've been trying to sort of model or just add some saturation to the podcast recordings for me and my clients, etc. So just to, you know, to thicken it up, to warm it up, just, you know. And so I've been using some different things. One is Saturn by FabFilter. I'd heard about this plugin, but I'd never used it. So I tried it. It's a saturation and distortion plugin. So you can actually get some serious distortion from this plugin as well. But there's a picture of it. And so this setting here is the warm tape setting. They also have warm vocals. So it just kind of warms up the sound. Distortion and saturation play a very important role in music production. From subtle, clean, and warm tube or tape saturation to the wildest multi-band guitar amp effects. FabFilter Saturn. Yeah, so I've been trying that one. I really like that one. I don't know. Every FabFilter plugin I ever tried is really good. Like, really good. Like, that is a phenomenal audio company right there, FabFilter. And that's probably why it's expensive, right? Expensive plugins. Then there's True Iron, which I was psyched to try this one because I researched it, and it was fun to research, and some guys did videos on it. But this is a transformer saturation, basically, and it models all these different transformers. And these are like, you don't know what these are. These are just like model numbers of transformers that are used in, like the part numbers inside different gear. And then you can sort of give it more distortion and add, you know, the strength, add a little bit or add a lot. Also control the mix. Pretty cool. I played with this. This is a subtle one. And I haven't played with all the settings. Great music. You guys liking this? Seriously, what are we supposed to do to that? I mean, do we all got to smoke something? I don't know. I don't smoke anything. Maybe I should. All right, so that's that plug-in, True Iron. Then there's this one. And this is a free one. If you guys want to go out and get a free plug-in, it's literally free. It's a one-knob saturation plug-in. There it is. There's a bigger picture. Or do they have a bigger picture? No. That's it. This is actually it on the left. This is the plug-in. I don't know what this is. Anyway, maybe this is like the physical one they made or something. Anyway, it's just saturation, so you keep it, you can, different settings, high, neutral, and low. So if you want to really, distort it like crazy, then you would put it on high. But if you want to just some gentle saturation, you just put it on low and you add a little bit of it. And, it's subtle. Saturation is subtle, okay? It's not like EQ, where with an EQ, you can just take out all the low end and it's like a stark difference, or add a bunch of low end and it's a stark difference. Saturation, well, once you start distorting the sound, it's very apparent. But if you use it subtly, it's just a subtle thing. And also, the Shep's Omni channel, which is the channel strip, one of the channel strips I use, also has a saturation knob in it, which I would show you. Except my Reaper crashed, and since I'm streaming, I don't know if I want to open Reaper right now. While everything is streaming. All right, then you got tape emulation. And I just bought the Kramer tape. I already had the J37. I'll show you that one in a second. So the Kramer tape is a cool plugin. It models analog tape. So that's like a picture of the plugin right there. Of course, this is a video. I'm not going to play it, but yeah. So you got, you basically when you run the audio through this plugin, it kind of emulates tape. And when we used to record on audio tape, the tape itself provided a little bit of compression and saturation. So it kind of smooths it out a little, you might say. It's hard to explain, right? But anyway, that's a pretty cool plugin. And the J37 tape is also pretty cool. And I'm kind of been trying to A/B these and figure out, what settings I like, but it's not. Again, it's subtle, so it takes a little bit of. I'm just gonna find an image of this one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so again, it's a tape emulation, and there's a bunch of different controls and speed controls and the wow and the flutter. If you really want to make it sound like a badly aligned tape machine, then you can mess with stuff and whatever. I mean, for music, it's cool because you could make stuff sound weird, but for if you're going to use it on a voice for podcasting, then, you're just using it for a subtle effect. Hey, just wanted to pop in while I'm at work. Good to see you're streaming again. By the way, it is legal in your state. Just beware of the gummy bears. They try to take your soul. Really? I don't hang in gummy bear circles. Wow. But wow. I'm glad you're here too, and it is legal in my state. Some people think I moved to Colorado to smoke weed, but that is not a correct statement. No weed has been smoked by me in many, many, many moons. Shopping. Oh, I didn't mean to click on shopping. There we go. Then this is actually in Ozone 8. There's a tape emulation module, you might call it that, which is pretty cool. So that's a good one too. So those are three tape emulations that I've been trying out. I've been trying to use the Kramer tape a lot. So what I've been doing, well, I've been using a bunch of these in series, and sometimes I add too much and it kind of starts to get distorted, so I got to be careful. I mean, I like experimenting, but Mike McAllen is in Facebook. And the reason I'm looking over here is because I have to look at the Facebook comments over here and all the other comments on the screen right there. So thank you to Restream chat for functioning properly. Not. Mr. Mike McAllen in the house. Oh, then you got the Abbey Road. The Abbey Road TG mastering. This plugin is awesome. It's a channel strip. It's a channel strip, and it's the old from Abbey Road Studios in England, where the Beatles worked and Pink Floyd worked, and many others. This is a channel strip, so it's got an input section, it's got EQ, compression. It's got the low pass and high pass and a presence boost and a bunch of cool stuff. Oh, it also has a tape equalizer and input and different settings. So this is also kind of saturation. The balance of this phase knob is really crazy. We don't usually ever need that, but so anyway, this thing sounds awesome. I'm really loving that plugin. The Abbey Road TG mastering. And then I just recently got this one, the API 2500 from Waves. This is it's a compressor. It could be mono or stereo. And yeah, it's really high quality, bunch of cool controls and stuff. And it's just, API is a great company. They make EQs and compressors and stuff. Renowned in the pro audio field for their stuff. Then this is one I just bought. Like you can see Soothe is by Oak Sound. Well, this one's Spiff. I just bought Spiff. And it kind of slightly looks like Soothe, but Spiff is a transient processor. So it sort of can work as a D mouth click. And it also can work as to enhance the transients. Sorry. Just trying to find a bigger picture. It can enhance the transients. So in podcasting, this can help in some different ways. Like if you record someone, let's say it's through Skype or something that's just destroying the quality, and maybe like they're not very clear anymore. Like maybe it just sounds like they're not really clear anymore. Like the clarity is not there. Clarity. You hear the difference? So this Spiff can actually add back in some of the transients. It can make it sound sharper, like clarity, like the sharpness of the voice. It can add a little of that back in, which is amazing. So if there's a recording that just sounds dull and the transients aren't really there and it just sounds like dull and lifeless, you can try adding some transients, and you can do it in different frequency ranges too. For music, there's a lot of uses. For podcasting, there's not that many uses. I just got it because I wanted to try it for the mouth clicks, and I also wanted to try it to enhance, like I just said, enhance the transients of someone who's recorded with a dull sound. So I haven't used that much. Tried to use it as a D-mouth clicker one time. I tried it, and it was working pretty good. It did work pretty good. But I felt like I needed to dial it in a little more. Because, again, when you're doing mouth clicks and stuff, you got to be careful. You can take out the mouth clicks. That's fine. But, like, You can also take out a lot of other stuff that you shouldn't take out, like the clarity and the transients. If you take out too much, then it'll sound dull. So it's like it's a tightrope, right? You gotta use it properly so it sounds good. And this one, I know Ralph M. Rivera, if he didn't go to sleep yet, he's gonna recognize this one because this is one that when we were at NAB, which, I didn't even tell you. Well, I know I did one of my podcast episodes about my experience at NAB. But yeah, so this is Gullfoss. This is, well, you know what? Let me go to the website because it actually, so it's kind of like a smart EQ using some artificial intelligence. Where's the picture, man? Is this the website? Why does it? Whoa, what is this? Wow, this is like the old days. You see how slowly it's loading? Remember like back in 1998 when you would go to a website or you'd look at a picture on a website and it would load like this? Remember that? And then you'd sit there or you go get a drink and come back just to load up one picture. Remember those days? Wow. All right, here it is. Wait, why is it over there? You know what? We're going to go back to the image. All right, so this is Gullfoss. It's basically, it's kind of like an automatic EQ, meaning it detects resonances and then as the signal plays through the plugin, it'll adjust frequencies. Like if something is like for instance, if there's saturation in the sibilance part of the spectrum, it'll remove that. And it'll keep changing. It's kind of like soothe in that way. And it'll add low end or take away low end, and it's kind of cool. I just started messing with it. This is definitely a plugin that as a podcaster no one needs. You know, this is one that I wanted. I mean, there is some use to it, but it's just not necessary, and it's not cheap either. I think it was like $160 or $180, something like that. Brandon Gonzales, what's up, man? Listening to you on my new JBL monitors. Oh, really? You got the LSR 305s, I guess, huh? I'm wondering if you got them. And I'm wondering how you like them. Yes. All right. Wow, you got these. This is cool, man. So, yeah, so how long have you had them? So one thing you can do, whenever you get new speakers or new headphones or something, one of the best things to do for the first, week or two or even a month is like just keep listening to music that, like, listen to albums that you've been listening to for like 20 years. Just keep listening to albums that you've listened to like 1,000 times. And so when you set up your new speakers, you listen to music you already know, and at first when you hear it, you're going to have more of a better feel of what your speakers actually sound like. And then it'll sort of start tuning your ears to the speakers or the headphones. It works the same with headphones too, if you buy new headphones. And that way you can learn your monitors by listening to music that you've listened to 1 million times. That's really cool. Oh, that's awesome, man. Now, someone told me that these are like, I mean, how's the build quality, Brandon? Are they solid? I think maybe one or two people online mentioned that it seems a little not the most solid build quality, but I'm sure it's got to be fine. I don't know what people are expecting. And Bob's here. What's up, man? He's watching on Facebook but couldn't figure out how to comment there, so I came here. Yeah, what's up, Bob? Welcome, man. Yeah, Facebook is, it's good. Yeah. But good you're on YouTube. Hey, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm here to kind of chat with you guys, and sometimes there's no questions and I just have to keep talking. Which, it's okay, but they seem great, pretty OCD, and they seem as quality as any speaker. Yeah, good. That's what I thought. You know, they got to be good build quality. And so the person who said person who mentioned that they might not be the best build quality, I don't know, maybe their expectations were off, right? Because I only saw like maybe one or two people say that, but whatever, just take care of them, right? Be gentle, take care of your speakers, and they'll be fine. Cool, yeah, yeah, Bob, you missed a lot of it, but it's okay. We're just hanging, man. So if you have any questions, Bob, of course, everyone, Bob is a current student of podcast engineering school. Current. Just last night, we had our class number 3. And it's going to keep getting better and better, Bob, because we're going to go to recording, then mixing, then editing. It's going to be great. So Gullfoss, anyway, Gullfoss, you don't need it. And I have to say that because like a lot of people when I talk about plugins, like some people watch and they're like, ooh, I want that one. Just be careful what you buy. You don't need most of this. Like I'm the maniac who tries all this stuff and I love it. And you can too, but I'm saying just be, you don't need to buy everything. Some people feel the pressure of like, just because I'm mentioning that it's awesome, they need to go out and buy it. You don't. I mean, you can, but you don't. So then you got the Ozone 8 Spectral Shaper. This one, I mean, I've had Ozone forever, and I mean, I knew there was a Spectral Shaper, but I wasn't quite sure what it did, and because I never really messed with it. But then I figured it out. It's kind of like Gullfoss, it's kind of like Soothe, and it's also kind of like a de-esser. It's cool because you could set a window of frequencies, and use a light or medium or heavy approach, heavy hand or a light hand, and then your threshold, and then you could see the gain reduction, and it's cool. And then you can change the tone, kind of changes the severity, or probably the knee and the stuff like that. Then you got the attack and release. So anyway, Spectral Shaper is pretty cool. I've tried that once, meaning I worked on a voice. I worked with it once on a couple different voices. Then there's the tonal balance control. This one is really interesting, and it's kind of good for music. I wish I could show this to you, but my Reaper kind of crashed. This is it right here. When you play a mix through this, like it kind of has 4 sections: the low mid, the high mid, and the high, and it'll sort of gauge the level in each of these 4 bands. And so, like, for instance, if you play your favorite album through here, let's say you play a Rage Against the Machine, the first album, which is one of the best sounding albums ever, in my opinion, mixed by Andy Wallace. If you put that through here, you'll see how much low end there is, how much low mid, how much high mid, and how much high. And you can sort of see where those levels are. And then you play your own mix through here, and then you could see where your levels are. And so you might know where to adjust. Maybe you have a lot more low end in there, so maybe you got to tame that, bring down the low end a little bit. This is just like yeah, and I guess you can actually apply the EQ right here as well, right inside this. So if it's got too much low end, you can just bring it down, or if there's not enough low mid, you can see here they're adding a little bit. And there's another, see here it says broad. There's also a fine mode, which makes it a nice smooth thing. It's not these rectangular chunks. Maybe do they show the? Oh, maybe in the picture, because I like the other view better actually. Why is it? Hello. Okay. Yeah, this is it. I love this one. This is the fine setting. So this is like fluid. You still see the 4 sections, but it's a fluid thing. So you could see like right here, you have a little more low end than average. So you might want to bring this area down slightly, and maybe even right here, you could see you're kind of coming up toward the high range of the band, so you might want to bring that down slightly. So this is mainly for music mastering. Okay, so like a full mix, like a song that's been mixed. Like at the very last step, you can just sort of make sure that it's not too bass heavy or whatever. And mainly it's just for comparing it to the norms, like of the standard frequency response of songs that are already out there, or whichever songs you like. Or maybe you mix a song and it has a certain curve, and then you try to match your future mixes to that curve as well, right? So you can reference it to yourself as well. And the Diamond EQ too, I didn't buy it. I kind of liked it, but wait, what's going on here? My Chrome is yeah, I did a daily goodie about this one. This is kind of cool, but like, I don't know. It's a little expensive, and it's just like kind of a simple EQ, but it does add some saturation, and it has a flavor. But for music, it might be great. But for podcasting, I didn't feel like I needed it, so I'm not gonna buy it. You know, but you can try all kinds of plugins. You can download this one if you want to try it. I think they give you like a couple weeks or a month, or maybe a couple weeks. I don't know. Do they say where you could try it? Anyway, there's a lot of different stuff. So what's going on with you guys? What have you guys been listening to? Like what podcasts? I could tell you that I've been listening to, and I have queued up in my podcast addict. I have Aaron Mahnke's Cabinet of Curiosities. You ever hear that show? I downloaded an episode of the Darknet Diaries. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm going to. Of course, Broken Record has a new episode. Lore has a new episode, which I like Lore. The Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. All right, Brandon, brother, see you, man. And then the Disruptive Entrepreneur. I like that one too. Well, you know, probably about half the episodes I like. And his episodes are very specific, so like you can see, like you can read the title and you'll know if you want to hear it or not. So half of them, it's like, I don't want to hear about that. But then there's some that I really want to hear, and I like him. I think his name is Rob Moore. Oh, yeah. See, what kind of sound is that? Someone send me music, please. All right, so what else you guys listening to? Anything? What else? Oh, I mentioned that one. Oh, and Joe Rogan. I actually went back into Joe Rogan's episodes, and I downloaded a couple. One with Brian Regan, one with Jeff Ross, one with Rich Voss. If you guys know Rich Voss. You know the other thing with this kind of music too? It's so compressed. Like you can turn the volume all the way down and it still feels loud. Because that's what compression does. It makes it feel closer and louder, right? Mostly listening to podcasts about podcasting. Still working your way through Dave Jackson's older episodes. Also Tim Wahlberg's Just the Tip. Okay. Haven't heard that one. And of course, my older ones. Cool. Gotten through a lot of them. Bob, do you take like when you're driving, do you do like short trips or long trips? Or both? But see, but I don't know can you listen to podcasts while you're driving like that? And I don't know if you want me to say what you do and everything like that, but because I'm wondering if you can listen to podcasts while you're driving, but I'm assuming you can't. Yeah, I get. Yeah, maybe I answered my own question. Maybe that was a dumb question, Bob. Oh, yeah. All right, what else? Okay, it's not a secret. So, yeah, both all over the... Okay. But you can't listen to it. You can only listen when you have no passengers. Yeah, okay, cool. Hey Bob, I just saw on a there's a classic video online. I think it's old. It was this guy on a bus in San Francisco. There was a fight on a bus and someone videotaped it, right? It's on YouTube, of course. And it's a funny video. Not funny, but you know what I mean? It's kind of funny. But it happened on a bus. So like sometimes weird stuff happens on buses, right, Bob? But I guess the kind you drive, it's not like a city bus. Right, it's more of like a coach. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wish I could just play normal music. Some streamers do that. I guess, like, if I just played, like, you know, Tool songs or Van Halen songs or Led Zeppelin or whatever, like, I guess the playback would get blocked, like on YouTube. They would just block it. But the live stream can't get blocked, right?
A 190%.
Yeah. All right, so what else? What did I want to talk to you guys about? There's a lot of plugins. So what non-tech stuff? Thing is, like, I'm always talking technical stuff. Because that's my expertise, obviously, frankly, but still. All right, let's go into some deeper topics here. So NAB was awesome. Oh, funny story about NAB. Oh, you've been having a tough time finding a decent jingle to play for your iPad? So, like, you mean like a intro music for your show and stuff, Bob? Because one, which one do I use? Oh, it's Shockwave Sound. That's it. Oh, an app. So, all right. So, a player app for your iPad. Yeah, man. So, well, let me look on my iPad. It's called Soundboard. Yeah, that's it. This is it. Wait. Yeah, this is it. With the purple play button. I think that's the one I have. It's gotta be. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. This is the one that I use. And this is the one I would probably recommend too, because this one, it's easier to load new sounds and stuff. Whereas the other little app that I use, it just hasn't been updated, so like I can't add new sounds to it for some reason. Yeah, it's this purple. Just look for this purple icon, and you'll see it. It's good. It works good. I like it. And I even have on this one. Where is it? Port 2.
Wow, man. Wow.
I love that one. Wow, man. Wow. Yeah, this one's decent. Or else just, try one. Another thing that I bought because I'm going to try it. Oh, it's this one. Yeah. Backpack Studio. Now, this is not a sound like a... What are they? Like a soundboard app. This is like this is a recorder. Actually, you can play sound clips too, but this is like you can plug in like several microphones to your iPhone or your iPad, and you can record in multi-track in this. It's an app for an iPhone or an iPad. It's called Backpack Studio. I bought it because I'm gonna have the guy who made it on my show, and he sent me a code to get it for free. It's $10, I think. He sent me a code to get it for free, and then for some reason I went to get it, and for some reason when I was not when I was checking out, I was just clicking through and I got off the page. Then I went back to the page with using his link, and it said, "Oh, this link has expired. This link has already been used once, or the discount code has already been used." So then I was like, "Oh God!" So like, I didn't feel like emailing the guy and being like, can you send me another code so I can get it for free? I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'll just buy it. $10, $11. I'll support the guy, and not a big deal. And I'd rather buy stuff anyway, like Bandrew from Podcastage, right? He buys, I think most of the stuff he reviews, he buys because it's great. Then you buy it and you could say whatever you want. It's like if someone gives something to you for free, now you're worried, like, well, what if I give it a bad review? And they gave it to me for free. And where did Mike McAllen go? That's the question. He was on Facebook a while ago. Oh, man, we're getting close to the 2-hour mark. Anyway, Backpack Studio was kind of cool.
Yeah, oh, wow. Forget it. Awful.
Awful. I love that one. That one's hard to find a use for. Although, I could say this. Barry. Of course, Barry's over there. Barry, I should make Barry over here because the button's here. Barry, have you heard the latest episode that Ralph M. Rivera published?
Yeah, oh, wow. Forget it. Awful.
Oh, yeah, that's a rough one. So, all right, well, we're going to wrap this up in a few minutes, but I do want to say that, I lip smacked. I rarely lip smack. Did you guys hear that? Yeah, I don't lip smack much at all. I'm very aware of that fact. I mean, of lip smacks and not making them. But, so, the Podcasters Lounge is, for now, brought to you by Podcast Engineering School, which is my school. And you can follow us on all the social media platforms. Actually, whoop. Oh, man, I typed it in wrong. Really? Will it correct me? All right. I said, oops, Hey, I did something to I've been adding stuff to my website on the back end, and now my website's a little bit slow. I think I need some help to figure out how to get my website to function faster. So yeah, this is the lounge every Wednesday, 7 to 9 Eastern, which is 4 to 6 Pacific. Join me live. You can also catch the replays, like if you ever miss one. And this is the 12th one I've done, so there's 11 more. Which I don't expect you to go back and watch because, they're from last fall, basically. So probably some of the stuff is outdated, right? Because we do talk about news and stuff. So anyway, if you want to tune in every week, you can put this in your calendar and set a reminder. And of course, if you watch, you can watch on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch. Or even Periscope, And I think we stream on Mixer as well, but I didn't list Mixer here. Mixer is not very well known, and I don't want to confuse people, right? So, Bob's usually working. Yeah, be here when you can, and yeah, man, this is fun. And I want to hear from you guys. That's so I've never hosted a show like this where people are going to be here live and we're going to be talking about stuff, and like, I mean, obviously I can read comments and you know, we can have a conversation through the comments, and that's awesome. But like, I'm always trying to figure out, and maybe that's not possible, I don't know, but I'm always trying to figure out how, you know, I can get you guys to maybe ask more questions or just be involved more, like, because I'm the one sort of presenting everything. And that's fine. I have stuff I can present. I have a lot I can talk about, and I'm happy to do it. But and I keep looking down here. I need to look more up at the camera. But I mean, I want to know what's going on with you guys. Like, I want to include you guys in, like, what are you listening to, or what are you working on, or what do you want to achieve, or I don't know how to do that. I don't know. So this whole thing is sort of growing organically, and so I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you tuned in, and I hope it was fun for you too. I know I have fun every time. And if there's a way you can help spread the word about the lounge, please do. The best link to share is this one, which is podcastengineeringschool.com/podcasterslounge, because then people will come here and they'll get links to all the. Well, first they'll get a little description of what it is, and then they'll also be able to click through the links to whichever platform they want. So. Oh, you responded in Slack, Bob? All right, I'll check that, man. Yeah, I must say the Slack group for Podcast Engineering School is awesome. It's crazy. I mean, there's more than 55 people in there, and it's a really kind of like an exclusive group, and it's just great. I mean, it's just great. People who take audio seriously and want to learn and help each other and everything. So also, if you have any ideas of anything I can change here, or anything I can do better, or any way to include you more, I mean, I'm going to keep thinking about stuff, and we're just going to keep going every week and having fun. I have tried a few times to have some, not guests, but almost like co-hosts, which I do want to do more of that, because I think that's cool. So there'll be like two of us talking back and forth, and you. So we might try some of that. And I don't really want to do training. Like, one thing I see on other streams is like they, oh, Bob. Yeah. I think, you're the only student with the Rodecaster Pro. I believe so, Bob. Not sure about that, but I believe so. So, see, I lost my train of thought. I was going to wait to respond to Bob's comment until I finished my thought, but then I wanted to respond quicker. So, oh yeah, about having co-hosts help me come on the show and just basically hang out with me. Another person to hang out with me on the live stream, and so that we can all hang out and talk. And yeah. Anyway, I lost my train of thought, but it's okay. We're done. It's over. We're closing the lounge. It's kind of like 2 a.m. at the bar when they start blinking the lights, right? It's over. It's kind of sad. It's not as sad as when Podcast Engineering School ends. At the end of the 7th class, man, it's a little rough. But that's life, right? We go through things. We enjoy them. We move on. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, everyone. Bandrew, Ralph, Mike McAllen, Bryan Entzminger, Ileane, Brandon, everybody who was here. Thank you so much. This has been awesome. And I am going to punch out. And until next week, enjoy my podcast. And by the way, if you're not signed up for my daily goodie either, you definitely consider that. If it's about podcast production. It's almost like little tiny bits of audio training every day. Like just little tidbits every day. It's a short blog post. That one's actually long for a daily goodie, right? This is a little long, but anyway, and any post, you can just click this link to subscribe. But all right, peace out, everybody. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Rock on.